Breaking news. The UK is on the brink of a significant upheaval as the Department for Work and Pensions, DWP, accelerates its plan to eliminate 6 legacy benefits. This rapid shift means that millions of individuals currently receiving income support, job seekers allowance, employment and support allowance, housing benefit, working tax credit, and child tax credit need to act fast. The DWP's decision to hasten this process has thrown many into a state of uncertainty, as those relying on these benefits must now prepare for a transition to the single payment system known as universal credit. Initially, the rollout of universal credit was a slow and drawn-out affair, but the DWP has now drastically tightened the timeline, catching countless recipients off guard. This sudden urgency is part of what the government has dubbed managed migration, a systematic approach to inform households that they must switch to universal credit. What's alarming is that groups anticipated to transition as late as 2028 or 2029 will now be forced to make the switch by the end of this year. Last April, the DWP began dispatching migration notices, letters that explicitly state that current benefits will come to an end, necessitating an application for universal credit by a specified deadline. Initially targeting those on income support and tax credits paired with housing benefits, the rollout has since expanded to include individuals receiving income-based job seekers allowance. Most recently, those on income-related employment and support allowance without child tax credits have been notified, and soon everyone on income-related ESA, including those who also receive housing benefit, will get the same notice by year-end. This drastic shift in timeline will impact a vast number of people across the UK. So, what's at stake? If you are one of the millions receiving these 6 legacy benefits, brace yourself for a migration notice that will inform you your payments are ending. You will be given a strict deadline, typically 3 months, to make your claim for universal credit. If you fail to submit your application in time, your benefits will be terminated. There is, however, a small grace period. If you miss the initial deadline but apply within 1 month, you will be regarded as having applied on time, preserving your payments during the transition. One of the most pressing concerns for individuals making this switch is the fear of financial loss. The DWP has attempted to address this anxiety through transitional protection, which guarantees that you won't experience an immediate drop in income when you transition to universal credit, even if your new entitlements are lower than what you previously received. Estimates from the DWP in 2022 indicated that approximately 55% of people would fare better under universal credit, while around 35% might see a reduction in their payments. This is where transitional protection becomes vital, acting as a buffer against immediate financial strain. However, this safety net is not everlasting. It can diminish over time, especially if your situation changes, such as moving homes, gaining employment, or experiencing shifts in household income. The DWP recognizes that this transition can be particularly daunting for individuals facing health challenges, disabilities, or limited internet access. To alleviate these concerns, they have introduced an enhanced support journey for specific groups, including those on income-related ESA and income support, which kicks in about 12 weeks after receiving the migration notice. This support may encompass additional phone consultations with DWP staff, step-by-step guidance for universal credit applications, and even home visits in select cases. The goal is clear: to ensure that individuals do not miss out on their entitlements due to difficulties with paperwork or technology. The critical takeaway is this: do not ignore your migration notice. The moment it arrives, understand that the clock is ticking. Failing to act can result in severe disruptions to your financial support. Even if you suspect that universal credit may not be advantageous for you, neglecting to apply could leave you with no payments at all. If you're uncertain about how these changes will impact you, seeking independent advice from reputable organizations like Citizens Advice is a wise move. They can help clarify the changes and guide you through the application maze. Why is this shake-up happening now? The government claims that the transition to universal credit aims to simplify the benefit system. Instead of juggling multiple payments, universal credit consolidates several benefits into one monthly payment. This is purportedly designed to cut down on confusion, minimize errors and fraud, and ease the transition to employment. While this policy has sparked considerable debate and raised valid concerns about its execution, the wheels are already in motion, and all legacy benefit claims are set to terminate by March 2025. Thereafter, universal credit will be the sole benefit available for those who would have previously qualified for one of the older 6. If you're looking to prepare for this monumental shift, the best course of action is to stay informed. Keep a close eye on your mail. If a letter from the DWP lands in your hands, read it thoroughly and act promptly. Get your documents in order: proof of identity, housing details, income information, and any other paperwork that might be required for the universal credit application. If you anticipate challenges during the transition, don't hesitate to seek help early. The sooner you begin preparing, the more seamless the process will be. Engaging in conversations with friends, family, or neighbors who may be affected but unaware of these changes can also be immensely helpful. Many individuals receiving legacy benefits might not be regular internet users and could be completely in the dark about universal credit or the migration process. A simple chat could make a significant difference for someone facing uncertainty. For those unfamiliar with switching benefits, the process can seem intimidating. However, understanding your rights and recognizing the support available can make all the difference. There are also online tools and benefit calculators that can provide rough estimates of your potential universal credit payments. While these figures may not be exact, they serve as a useful starting point to prevent any unwelcome surprises. This transition represents one of the most significant benefit overhauls in the UK in years, impacting millions of households. Regardless of whether you are directly affected, being aware of the situation empowers you to support yourself and those around you. Additionally, as benefit rules and government policies can shift, staying updated is essential. As deadlines loom and the program accelerates, now is the time to be proactive rather than reactive. If you found this information helpful, remember to subscribe for future updates on critical news that affects your finances and daily life. Stay informed, take action, and take care.